second day. I promise you I do it. The second day of the daily dose of the Dutch and Denver podcast. In 2 days in a row, that is not bad for this production. We are normally not that efficient, consistent, any shit like that. But I'm really trying. Um, and I hope people are enjoying it. What is this? We got all kinds of stuff going off right now. Okay. Hey, yesterday was fun. Today's a new day. Let's talk about some shit. I'm not sure it's gonna be all about sports. I can promise it won't be. Um, but it will be about kind of really whatever is going on. And there is some stuff going on, believe it or not. So it turns out, due to rendering lag, that sucks. Okay, so it turns out that for whatever reason, there's going to be no tailgating at the national championship game. So it's at SoFi Stadium, which I'm pretty sure is where the Chargers play. So LA, and no tailgating. Depending on who you ask, it might be NC2A. I'm pretty sure it's California because they don't want a bunch of people getting drunk by all the crazy homeless people fucking around. You know what I mean? Um, that's just kind of shitty for those guys, though. Like, you imagine national championship, your game's in it. You're in Southern California, it's not freezing. Oh, wait a minute. There's the problem. That's a problem right there. The national championship is in Southern California, a shithole. They should not have quit giving these crap cities attention. And I know people live there like, I love LA. No, you don't. You don't love LA. You all live outside of LA, around LA, a little far from. Nobody lives in LA, and it's like, this is great. Unless you're a homeless piece of shit. Dutch are not all pieces of shit. They sometimes are just down on their yeah. But if you live in California or Colorado and you're homeless, you're a piece of shit. Because we literally do everything we can for you, and you just take advantage of it. Now you're a piece of shit, but so is our government. Because Colorado um, interviewed some lady, and I don't know. You can find it on the Twitter. Okay, it was some news station. She's like, yeah, being homeless isn't that bad. Like, I wake up, I get high, I go eat, then I get higher, then I eat some more, and I go to bed, and I get up and do the same shit all over again. Like, that's pretty much what I do, and Colorado's really helping me do that. Like, I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty much it. She's like, yeah, I mean, it's not that bad. Like, I get up, I get fucked up, they feed me, and I get more fucked up, and they feed me some more, and I go to bed, and I pretty much do it all every day, and I mean, it's not that bad. So congratulations, California and Camirado. You guys have turned us into a shithole. But yeah, I digress because there's just, I mean, that's odd that you can't tailgate at the national championship. Like I said, they're pointing fingers at different people. Like, hey man, NCAA said it, and the NCAA is like, no, fuck that. College football said it, or I'm sorry, not college football, California. So, I don't know, man. Kind of weird. Um, oh, this is one of our listeners that doesn't know that we're every day now, and we should ask them why they don't have alerts. It's super easy when you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just click that little bell icon, or I don't know how to do it. Hit subscribe and the bell. That'll help. All right, so there's no tailgating in the national championship. Um, let's see what else has gone on today. The NFL stuff is still going on. I don't know, man. The guy's still in critical condition. Um, they've kind of moved on. which is expected. Except I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but there's a big story going around on like Fox News, PSNBC, all the nuts you see, everybody, that an ESPN anchor did the cardinal sin of ESPN, and apparently they prayed live on air. Can you fucking believe the audacity of that person? Like ESPN, the China bowing commie, anti American, anti everything that is good in this world network, had someone up there praying on live TV. I mean, I can't believe how we have fallen that we have people praying on fucking TV. ESPN and the NFL and everybody should start some slogan about it. Like, instead of like in racism, we should end praying on TV. Because, I mean, that's good for fucking nobody, man. That is just horrible. And I can't believe that they allowed someone to do that and didn't cut the feed immediately. I'm so offended. I'm literally shaking. Actually, no, I'm not. Truth of matters, I don't give a shit. Like, the fact that that was a story shows how fucking horrible we have become. Someone prayed for a dying man on TV and was like, hey, man, God, like, if you could help out a little bit, that'd be awesome. And people are like, I fucking can't believe it. Oh my God. That is where we're coming at. You godless sons of bitches. Fuck yourselves. I feel like this one's going to go off the rails. I just, I want to talk about positive stuff. I really do. But there is literally nothing going in the right direction. Holy shit. I mean, I got a deal on Chew today. That could be the positive direction. Um, I don't know, man. Low day in sports. No NFL. NFL's on tomorrow. Um, they don't know when they're gonna play the makeup game of the Bungles and Bills. Which, hmm, that's tough though because both of those teams are like playoff bound, or they are playoff bound, or at least the Bills are. I think the Bungles are too. And I think this was a game that had implications. Now, playing it at a later date, unavoidable. I don't want to hear anybody bitching about shit. Um, but when? That is the question. Some people have suggested like instead of having a bye week for some first round playoff stuff, play it then and just move everything back a week. Fuck that, dude. I'm tired of watching the Super Bowl the 1st of March. The NFL is encroaching on my life and it's getting annoying. I don't want to hear about the NFL from July to March and every month in between because that's what I do because they're money hungry pieces of shit. And you guys still battle out there. But um I don't know when they play a game. They have to play the game before the season's over though. Like you owe it to those teams. Now, someone will bitch and be like, "Well, we were so you're not going to go anywhere." Um, hey, bit of good news though. I guess the sports books, at least the one I use, has really. Um, I don't know if they really stepped up, but they were real straightforward. We're like, hey man, if the game's rescheduled within the next 48 hours, your bets we're gonna keep them. But if they're not, we'll refund your bets within, I don't know, a couple days. Well, turns out the game wasn't rescheduled, and I did bet on the game with Blippo, not with Blippo, but I asked him for the picks, and he gave them to me, and I bet him. But it turns out that I mean my money was back immediately within that announcement. So good on the sports books for doing that. I know you guys. I don't know if you took a bath on it. You probably didn't get vig or stuff like that, but I mean, good on you for not being a piece of shit and keeping the money until, like a later date. Because, I mean, we don't know where it's going to be played at, conditions, things like that, who's playing, what week 17 will bring. So, yeah, things could have been different that would have changed bets. And they gave it all back, which is, I mean, super cool. And, if you were like a multi game parlay, they just took that leg out of the parlay, which, I mean, good on them. So that's why you should always use like a reputable book or some guy down the street named Jerry because he's reputable too. He probably has better odds, and probably a better line of credit. I don't know, man. Fucking cold here still. It's been like under 30 for like 3 days. Let's see. What else moving on? Oh, yeah. More horrible news. I don't know if it's horrible. It's just dumb. And I'm really getting sick of it. And I hope you guys are too. So, they're voting who should be the Speaker of the House. Like, I don't know if you guys have known this, but we had an election a couple months ago. For a new House and Senate and all that, and blah blah. So now we need a Speaker of the House. Like Pelosi's done. She's gone back to hell, and is going to start raising her army to take over the world. We're okay for a little bit. Funny how that story about her husband died so quickly. It's odd how shit like that happens. Okay, point is that the Republicans have the House, and they can't seem to get enough assholes together to elect a speaker. And it sounds like there are, I don't know, one, two, three, four, five, to possibly 18, 19, or 20 Republicans who are refusing to vote for the guy getting all the votes for I don't fucking know why. No one knows why because they're not providing a list of, let's say, demands. Okay, they keep voting for this guy Jordan, um, instead of the dude from California, and they're not quite to the needed votes to do all this. And nobody knows what the fuck these 20 morons want. Um, so I think we're like a Mexican standoff. Um, Fortunately, unfortunately, let's not even put a tag on it. One of these people who is voting for Jordan instead of the other guy is Boebert. She's in my state. And um you would think that after, so if you guys aren't familiar, she barely won her House seat this time around. Like fucking barely. I mean it fucking barely by like 6 votes out of hundreds of thousands, okay? So, and everybody thought like, okay, now you're just gonna tone it down a little bit and quit being like the far right psycho because you barely won. Time to get in line with the people. And so far, her plan has been to not do that. And that's a I think that's a broader problem with today's Republican Party is that in itself we're fractured because we have, like people keep calling them rhinos, which is like Republican in name only. Um, and then you have these 20 people doing like crazy shit that isn't beneficial to anyone. It's just a problem. Now, if you had a reason that was public and it was a good one, okay, stick to your guns. But nobody knows why you're just being a turd in the punch bowl. And like these 19 or 5 or who knows how many are fucking things up. And like we're supposed to be and I say we because we'll do Republican, conservative, liberal, Democrat, rope them together for this point. Um fucking why? Like why? What is the purpose of you being a turd in the punch bowl? Like the Republicans we know have no spines and have no agenda and have nothing. Okay? And what agendas they do have and all that crap, they can't agree on. So you're essentially fucking useless. Because I don't know about you, Bobert, but what did you really do in your first term? Not a lot. That's what I thought. So I probably wouldn't be some radical psycho. And everybody's like, oh, but we love her because she owns shooters and it's a restaurant with guns and blah. Awesome. You're no longer a restaurant owner, though. You're a United States representative. So act accordingly. Okay. We again, while I sometimes I appreciate the renegade. I don't appreciate it in this because that's not currently how our fucking government works, unless you're the goddamn president like Trump was. Okay. And you know, while it worked great for 4 years, it didn't quite get him another four. So I don't really know what the fuck you're doing. And it irritates me that you're holding up like a simple goddamn process for what I'm going to say is no reason because we don't know why you are. Now, if you're holding up for a good reason, awesome, great, super. Fucking tell people though. Like you don't be that girlfriend who's like, well, if you don't know what you did wrong, I'm not gonna tell you. That's fucking annoying. And that's what you're doing now. And it's irritating and it's stupid. Just get the guy from California. You can get rid of him later, or I don't know. Just, god damn it. Quit fucking around. That's the whole problem with our government. It's just too much fucking around. Well, I mean, we have more problems than that, but. Let's see. Old Russ is talking about DeMar in his press conference. I don't know why. I don't give a shit. Russell Wilson should probably just shut his goddamn mouth and not be the worst quarterback in the NFL. But, what do I know? I'm not a genius or anything like that. Uh, I don't know, man. What else you guys want to talk about? What else can we find on the old interwebs to burn up another 10 or so minutes? I mean, Colorado's in shambles. We've already kind of talked about that. The Avs play tomorrow late though, so I don't know how much of that game I'm gonna be able to watch. 8 o'clock starts kill me. I'm a morning person, and I can't be up till 11 o'clock watching the fucking Avs lose because Gorgiev is terrible at his job. Um, but we'll see what happens. Let's see here. You guys been following this shit about allow ads on Fox News? No, fuck off. Um, you guys have been following around about this like Idaho thing? Kinda nuts, but I mean, I don't know enough about it to go into it. It's just, oh wait a minute, I do want to talk about something. So, Gypsy, if you're listening, stop because you haven't gotten here yet. But I did a lot of train stuff today. Like, I don't know, maybe I'll post pictures, but I did some like cargo loads on some flat trucks or flat cars. And tomorrow, hopefully, I'll head back up and grab some well cars and show you guys. But I had bad news this morning, so I just like drowned myself in train stuff. I think they look pretty sweet. If you guys want to see them, leave me a message, something. I'll show them to you. But I finished season 3 of his Dark Materials, and I think that's the end of like. I'm sure there'll be a spinoff or something because they've left it open for a spinoff. But man, um, season 7 or episode 7 of season 3 was fucking useless. I don't care about that. They could have summed that up in like 10 minutes. Kind of dumb. 8 was really good though. And I won't any spoilers or anything like that. I won't give those away. But if you haven't watched his Dark Materials yet, all 3 seasons are on HBO. Go nuts. Watch them all, like as you can. Okay, it's good. And the end, it gets a little weird. It's not as dumb as Game of Thrones, and trust me, there are far less penises than fucking Game of Thrones. That was basically like gay porn, and it was just enough is enough, and I don't give a shit. Um, it was like way off the books and just bad. Game of Thrones. And then the sequel or the prequel or I don't know what it is to Game of Thrones, House of Dragons, whatever the fuck it was called. We quit that like I don't know one. No, we at least watched one episode. Maybe like 2 or 3 episodes in. I don't think we made it through episode 3. It was like this is fucking dumb. I'm out. So bad. Um, I never finished Game of Thrones because it's just like I know where the books are going. This isn't even close, and it's not even like a different take or interesting. This is just shit. So I was out. But his Dark Materials is like let's see, Lion Witch in the Wardrobe, Golden Compass, those books. Okay, that that's what it was based on, and then they went for it outside of the books, as I recall. Okay, I haven't read the books in a very long time, but the show was good in general. Um, mm, I'm still not like 100% sure where they ended. Like I know where they ended. They are the main characters, but the overall theme, like I'm pretty sure it was like man versus God, and it turns out that man prevailed and like beat God, but I'm not entirely sure. I'll. I don't think they say it outright, just because. I mean, who's gonna say that? Like even HBO and their crazy shit. Like no one's gonna make a show that's like God goes into heaven and or a man goes into heaven and like destroys God, because then the world ends. Okay, like, and I don't care what you believe, but I'll tell you what actually happens. God's real, and whether you're like Christian, Jew, whatever, there's a God. Okay, and if you destroy him, you're fucked. We're all fucked. The whole universe, the whole everything is fucked. So it can't actually happen. Um, but it's interesting how, and now that I think about it, I don't think that they destroyed God. I think they destroyed a disciple of God, almost like a fallen angel kind of thing, but not the devil. It's very philosophical if you want to think about it. They don't say it, so if you don't want to think about it and you just want to enjoy the like humanitarian storyline, it still holds up. It's good. And the last episode is touching. Um, the first half felt a little rushed because they had some ends to tie up and they did it quick, and then the second half they spent some time on which was good. Um, very touching. Very nice way to end a series. I think it's the end of that series, but they did leave a door open for a prequel or something after, which I'm interested to see what they will do. Okay, so if you haven't watched that, his Dark Materials, um, good. There are some, like I said, there are 3 seasons. There's, I don't know, 7 to 10 episodes or 7 to 8 episodes per season. Some of them do lack blah blah blah, but as a whole, good show. Good thing to have on and check out. I do recommend that. Unfortunately, I have nothing else to recommend. I have I have finished all my dumb British shows that I started with my injury, and even the new parts of it. So I'm kind of at a loss of what to watch. So that's where we're kind of diving into the podcast stuff and definitely into trains. And I know gaming's coming. Um, let's see. Thursday, tomorrow, we will do an actual podcast. I've got shit to do during the day, so I'm not sure if you'll get a daily dose. But we've talked about this. We're not sure that that is what's going to happen. Higgins, as far as I know, will be on tomorrow. In what capacity, I have no idea. Hopefully, he's got his shit together and can join us via video. For all I know, he could be wrestling in like Bangladesh right now. He and I text during the day, but a lot of it is very cryptic, and I don't know why. Maybe something's going on big in Higgins' life. Maybe he has a giant announcement for us tomorrow. Or maybe he's just a deadbeat. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. We will have normal podcast tomorrow night. I hope everyone tunes in. And if you don't, I hope you listen to it on iTunes and all that. Um, yeah. I mean, that's it. This one's shorter than the other night. But there's just not that much going on today. Slow news day. Um, if you guys have anything, shoot me a message. The socials are up top there. Follow along, shoot me a message, be like, "Hey Dutch, I want to know what you think about this." I'll check it out. I'll let you know what I think. Um, I don't normally ask for this, but if you guys want to start supporting us, that would be a little helpful. It'd be super duper helpful. And I'm not saying you have to. This will still always be free. But if you have a little extra, just to kick, because like Hollywood, we gotta pay him. He's not cheap. Okay, that guy charges me an ungodly amount of money to get on here and talk to you guys about nonsense. Um, and then on a serious note, the videographer and stuff, that's his job, and he needs to be paid for his job. And I don't have a problem doing it. I would just, like if you guys enjoy this and stuff, anything you could do would be great. And if you can't, that's fine too. Don't worry about it. Nothing will change. It's not a threat like, well, this is gonna get a lot shittier if you don't start giving us money. Um, it'll just get better quicker. And and if you can't help us out at all, you can still like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Okay, that's probably more beneficial than any type of donation or any type of anything. Um, that's the best way. You know, like, share, subscribe. You don't even have to listen to it every week. Just subscribe once. Share it with your friends and family. Explain to them, hey, just get us the likes and the subscribes. Because that's how the algorithm works. They don't really care if you're actually watching it. Just like it a bunch, and then we move up. And then we do well. And then we can do this as much as we want, and I'll be a famous podcaster and I'll never have to work again. And Higgins can wrestle forever and he'll never have to work again. Because right now, someone told me he possibly moonlights as a dishwasher at Olive Garden sometimes. You don't want that for that man. He is a stallion and a beast, and he doesn't. I mean, he's not Dutch the beast, but he doesn't need to be washing dishes. So anything you guys can do would help. Like I said, subscribing is much more helpful. But yeah, you know, let's grow this thing together, and we'll do like beginners passes. Like you were there from day one. Here's a sticker. I don't know, man. I don't know where we're going with this. I'm just gonna keep trucking and asking for support however you can do it, whether it's monetarily or just clicking a button that says like, subscribe. It's super fucking easy. Share it with mom and dad. Have mom and dad make a YouTube account or an Apple or whatever and just like and subscribe for them. Not that I'm condoning that, but I'm literally telling you to go do that now. Please and thank you. Yep. All right. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow for the main podcast, the Dutch and Denver podcast, not the Daily Dose. Higgins should be here. It should be fun. I don't have any idea what we're going to talk about, but it'll be live with Higgins. Like, how could it be bad? So in the meantime, follow the socials, do what you can, be nice to your family and friends, unless you don't like them, and then fuck them. And we'll see you guys next time. It's been fun. I appreciate it. Bye.